From hospital beds to hard truths, we felt it all. Well, I felt it all. Episode 6 of 1000 Roomies. Are y'all watching? Woo, child. We finally made it. The wait is over. Okay. We made it to final episode 6. And the drama was still there. But this episode definitely had a lot of more positivity. There was no fighting in between the friends. So let's just get into it real quick. A little review rant here. So we pick off where Jazz is completed her weigh in, and we see that she did not meet her weight goal. She needed about 30 pounds to lose, and that kind of was a Debbie Downer. But Jazz said, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I will do whatever I need to do to lose this weight. You know, the doctor, asked more questions to Jazz and hit her with a plot twist, basically, and said, I'm going to clear you for this surgery. Um, Stating that Jazz proved that, she made a lot of life changes, and she is a good candidate for the surgery. Talk about a second chance, okay? So, meanwhile, Neesha finally stepped on the scale, and sis was lighter than we thought or what she expected. But the doc was like, don't celebrate. Your health is still an issue. Death is still a possibility. And of course, Neesha hits us up with the favorite playlist of excuses. I know I'm hard on Nisha, but either she's going to do it or she's not going to do it. But don't play with it. Or, like we all know that the weight is will cause some issues, or you basically won't live that long. Um, but I wish Nisha wouldn't take it so lightly, and really actually hear people out. The past is more of the reason why Nisha kind of is standoffish on anyone telling her anything. And I understand. Um, Either she decides to do a weight loss surgery shot, or she actually becomes more active. Um, and I don't, once again, I don't see her being active to where she's saying that she is going to she wants to actually take the weight loss journey seriously. So that's why I say she makes excuses, because it's always, I have to do this to get here. And if I can't do this, then I can't get there. But she can start somewhere. She can begin that journey, even if it's just eating healthier or even doing the walks and stuff. The show did not display Nisha as losing weight at all, or being interested in losing weight. Maybe she was and they didn't show it. I didn't see it. Let me know if you did and I missed it. Okay. So fast forward, Nisha throws Jazz a little gathering, good luck surgery, dinner gathering with family and friends. And we see, the support that these girls have. They are a unit, they are a family, and I definitely like that. I enjoy that. We see Nisha is taking over the kitchen and cooking it up. I mean, to me, I think Nisha should take the cooking thing more seriously. There's options to where she could sell plates out of her house, where it wouldn't be so much hard work, But I say do it legally, get you a food license, things like that. Can't nobody shut you down if you do it right. But either way, Nisha definitely has options if she needs to make money, because every time she's cooking and people are eating that food up. So I'm definitely believing that she can cook, and as well as her mom, because you got to learn it from somewhere, right? So now Nisha is having a conversation while at the gathering, letting her mom know that she wants to approach the cult pastor, in hopes that this will help her with her healing journey, and help her with her trauma. Her mom is like, girl, leave that mess alone. Leave the past in the past. That ain't going to do nothing for you. Neesha goes into more details of why she feels as though talking to the pastor will help her, letting her know, this is probably why I got this trauma going on and why I'm eating and why I'm not eating. So her mom kind of just decided to just roll with it and just support her daughter as a parent should, and then let Neesha come to terms on if this is the right way for her to go. Which goes back into Neesha don't like people telling her what to do. She wants to do it how she feels is her way. So we go from there. Then we get to the surgery day. Jazz grandparents come in their RV, and it is just a joyous scene to see because of the fact that you see the love there. The first time we seen the grandma, I think we were all kind of hard on the grandma because she was just like, "No, I don't want you to have the surgery. That's not what I believe in." And then also, from what Jazz was telling us, the way grandma, whatever grandma says goes. But for us to see the fact that. Um, Jazz grandma and grandfather be so supportive, come that way to support her as well as take her care of her daughter is true love, genuine love, and family love, which Jazz really needed. So I'm glad that that bond is there for her because she definitely needed that support, that love. So we get in to the hospital. Um, and the ladies are definitely cracking up. They are their selves, letting us know that the world is made for skinny folks. I understand. I am mom of two toddlers. I have my kids back to back, so I've gained the weight, and I am losing the weight. So I understand some things you just don't fit. I'm not saying I was as big as them, but I understand when you weigh a little bit more, things are a little bit different, and you're looked at a little bit different. So I definitely do understand. But either way, we see Neesha coming with the best friend hat on. She's like, I understand this is a serious day, so I am here to be that friend. She came with the laugh, the jokes, and the love, as well as the positivity. I enjoyed every moment of this that Neesha gave for Jazz. And throughout the show, to be honest with you, Nisha was definitely that positive girl this episode, and I'm glad they showed that. So I can take my boot off her neck because I really thought she was just so selfish. Look at that last episode. I said Nisha was selfish, but either way. So we get to where we get to the surgery, and then the surgery is a success, and we see how you know Jazz healed from it, and she's feeling herself. She said, the new me," but that was short lived. Unfortunately, the black screen of reality TV, they tell us that Jazz fell, she hurt herself, and she had to be admitted to the hospital. We find out, she has a muscle condition to where she lost mobility, and she can't walk. Um, to me, I don't know what was going on in the house in between. I mean, after the surgery to the fall, if Jazz is actually being active, because after that surgery, I guess, was she still in pain to where she couldn't move? Um, her body had to is going through so much. So I'm trying to figure out what happened, but I'm not a doctor. But she's admitted to the hospital. She's there for a good while, for about 2 weeks, and she definitely expressed to Neesha that she was scared, and how much she wants to be there for her daughter. And she made all these promises to her daughter. And Neesha was like, "You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine." And letting her know, I don't know what happened, but put on your positivity panties or cap, and you're going to get through. Um, as they pan back to Jazz, she explained to everyone that, she did fall under depression, and it was hard for her. But the way they showed it in the show is that the talk that she had with her daughter encouraged her, motivated her to get up and move around. And that's what she did. She was in that hospital for 10 days, not able to walk, but then she decided to get up and move around and build her muscle up. And I believe that she just need to start building her muscle up and not just thinking just because we have a surgery or we have the quick fix that is it. You do have to put in the work to get to the next level. And her body is changing. She has to definitely be focused on that and understand that things are changing. Her body is probably like, what the F is going on? So I'm hoping that they educated Jazz about what she needs to do to bounce back properly and to heal properly and to get that muscle strength back. Because if she was that heavy and she couldn't really move, um, I could imagine what happened when she had to let herself heal after the surgery and she couldn't walk. She just couldn't walk. Her muscles just gave out. So um, I just hope that we have like a reunion show or whatever or follow up show to see what really happened to what caused her to not be able to walk again. So we see Jazz focused on her daughter and get her strength back. Okay, so we love that scene. Then we get to more of the serious talk of where we get Neesha, where she needs to really talk to her mom and get her mom to understand her issue, her pain, her trauma. When she does, her mom is like, I don't understand this. I didn't see it that way. And Nisha is like, how how couldn't you? And you probably wouldn't because I was a child and you were an adult and you made the decisions for us. Nisha definitely was wanting her mom to take accountability of the things that her mom made the decision for them, um, and that that caused pain in Nisha's life to where she is upset with her mom, she's upset with the church, she's upset with God, she's upset with everybody, and she basically wants her mom uh, to take that accountability. Just the same as much as I feel like Jazz wants her mom to take that accountability. You're the adult. You're supposed to show me how to be loved. And I think Nisha is also wanting that same thing from her mom. Well, not think, no, because that's what she's pretty much saying. You are the protector, the provider, and you're supposed to show me the right way. And Nisha feels as though her mom dropped the ball on that, which is understandable for sure because she's going through this. Nisha is going through a lot with that, to where she feels as though she can't make moves until something gets resolved in that area. So, with that being said, her mom actually took a step back, listened to her daughter, and apologized. So now we we see that it's a possibility that the mom and Nisha will be able to work through their relationship because Nisha says she wants that mother daughter relationship back. So the door is not closed, and her mom is there. Her mom holds her hand. So the relationship wasn't over. They just probably wasn't as close as they could be. So a healing moment for sure. And I'm glad that that was seen. I'm glad Nisha was able to talk to her mom and we're able to close the door, hopefully, and Nisha can move on to the next chapter for herself. So now we see Jazz coming home from after the fall. Um, Nisha said she was gone for about 2 weeks. So we see her coming home. Nana is there, her daughter, and after all of the love that she provided to her daughter, then she politely asked her daughter to go. I need to talk to Neesha. So Neesha and Jazz have this talk. Jazz pretty much let her know, look, I love you, sis, but it's time for you to take things seriously. I need you to decide on what you're going to do on your journey because I don't want to lose you. Of course, because of the fact that Jazz really does probably see Neesha as family, as that best friend, especially after this surgery. You know, you pretty much can tell who's your rider when you are going through things. And from what it appears, Neesha was holding Jazz down. Okay, I mean holding her down. There, we don't even know how bills are getting paid. You know, if they're both living in a house together, you know, things had to come through for them, and Nisha had to basically hold that spot down. Either way, make it work or whatever she had to do. So, um, Jazz definitely let her know, I, I want you to be around for a long time. And surprisingly, Nisha didn't shoot it down. She did not deflect. She accepted the conversation and said that she may think about, you know, other options and her weight journey, eat a little better, eat a little cleaner, things like that. But honestly, if Nisha don't lose weight, that's her choice. But I really hope she takes it seriously because, you know, it's been implied by the doctor and others that, you know, the weight is not healthy for you, you know. And Nisha has a support system. So the show pretty much ends there with a good note. You know, the surgery is good. Jazz is back home. Now we just gotta see how much of mobility she is able to gain. You know, she is continuing to lose weight as we see, um, and as well, another surprise. Nisha is still messing around with Joel, the loser. Like, girl, find your worth because you are worth more than Joel for sure. He is definitely a loser, and I hope that as she played this show back, that she agrees as well. Um, so basically, we laughed, we cried, and if there's a season two, count me in because I definitely enjoyed the show. I hope there is a follow up episode as well because I would love to see where the ladies are at. I would love to see Nisha in her own little kitchen for sure. And I would love to see Jazz able to play with her daughter with no worries or troubles. But anyway, thank y'all for watching and y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.